Hey everybody, happy Fridays. Well, a lot of you are going to be doing a lot of holidays here, a lot of cheering up there. Christmas coming up, New Year's. Just be safe out there. Welcome back to Rice for Vets. Glad to have you here. For the past week, after I went to the funeral, I received one hell of a cold. I mean, it was bad. It was so bad, my whole head was just filled up. I couldn't even hear anything. I was so damn congested. The only thing that turned out good about it is when my wife talked, I couldn't hear her. Don't tell. Ow! I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Damn. Okay, I won't say nothing. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, I had one hell of a cold. It's bad. I still got it. I really do. I told New Guru that I'd be on. I gave it 16-minute grace, so I'm going to be showing some videos. And you know me, I don't like talking on this thing. I'm a more or less a video person. But you better be getting ready for next year, 2024 and 2025. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. And it's not just this fake America that we live in, but it's going to be throughout the whole world because of the fact that the RIF, World Economic Forum, and the United Nations are controlling our leaders, called Senate and House. Don't believe in these people. They sit there on TV and they act like an actor. And they'll tell you anything in the world. And once they get in office, they don't hear nothing. They don't even hear our voices. These are not laws. These are not rules. These are commands and demands that we have to follow because of what they say. They're supposed to represent us, but they don't. They represent themselves for their greediness. They get double dipped in money. For instance, getting taxpayers' money, plus they're getting paid underneath the table by corporations. It's ridiculous. There's no sense even having a government. Take care of ourselves. We can take care of ourselves if we want to. We don't need government. Never did. We're in two wars right now, and possibly maybe going on three. Iran's doing some shenanigans right now. People in other countries do not like America people. Not America itself, but our government, because our government sticks their nose into everything. It's all because of greed. If we just left countries alone and started concentrating on ourselves, we would be strong and healthy. But this fake America, this fake government that we have, they don't give a shit about us at all. They could care less about the old, the poor, the weak, the homeless, the disability veterans. They could care less about it. Why shouldn't they? It's their plantation. They can do what they want to do. It's their rules. We can't change it. You can go out there and protest all day long. Nothing's going to happen. They're just going to do what they want to do anyway because they want that position, power, control over us people. They love that position. They don't do work. All they do is correlate and delegate the work, tell people to do it for them. It's amazing how much money they make. And if you go and check on Google what their net worth is, how much they're worth, you'll be surprised how much money they make. Like John Kerry has $250 million. What's he care about us for? Yet he's on the RIF, World Economical Forum, with Klaus Schwab and this new Green Deal. It's bullshit. It really is. Anyway, without further ado, I don't want to get hit again. That hurt. Um, let's start a video up here. I'm going to talk for a while in between the videos. They're in segments. Then I want to show you something here because I was told about something and I want you people to see this and you decide. And I'll tell you what's going on in just a short. Let me get this thing up here so we can get started. If you grew in here, I am going back to sleep. That's all I've been doing is sleeping, trying to get rid of this cold. It's really been bad. I should have known there was a kitchen when I went to that funeral. Someone was sick because they sure gave it to me. Wow. All right. See if we can hear audio. Okay. Yeah. All right. Here we go. We're going to start it right now. I'm going to keep quiet.
Cole Hauser is an award-winning actor who has starred in Good Will Hunting, Too Fast, Too Furious, and the current hit show Yellowstone. Beyond his impressive career, he is a proud supporter of the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. I was able to spend some time with Cole and his family to reflect on those who have sacrificed so much to defend our freedom. I know how much you care about America and our veterans, and I know the things that, but you have such a platform now. Yeah. And to share that with us, that we need to get the word out that we have to take care of these great heroes and their families. You know, as I started to be more and more successful, it's like, how can I help? But when I heard Tunnel to Towers and I met Brandon in Idaho and his family, I was like, wow, there's actually a charity where we know where the money's going to go. We have 95.1% of every dollar goes to our programs. And I think Brandon's a great spokesman for T2T and his wife Shannon and his two girls. I mean, oh my God, they're just what a family, right? Special family. Yeah. So pretty much if you put your life on the line and something goes bad, they're there. That's awesome. Yeah, they're incredible people, man. You saw all the stuff we put in these homes, right? I was blown away. And they deserve it. They've earned it. This is not, of course, we give them a mortgage-free home, but look what they gave up. They gave up their bodies. So, Cole, why should Americans give, donate, help Tunnel to Towers Foundation? I mean, is there any better organization to help the people that has fought for this country and the freedoms that we have? It's that simple. It is that simple. Let's take care of each other. And you're going to join us on that mission. Thank you. Hey, I'm Cole Hauser. I want you to join me in supporting our nation's heroes and their families. It's only $11 a month. Go to T2T.
This is a shame, people. We spent over $320 billion for 175 VA hospitals across the country, all 50 states. Veterans are not being taken care of properly. In fact, I gave you a latest video about John Dingle Hospital in Detroit and how bad they were treated. But they didn't say exactly what was going on. They just said there was a problem. It's a shame that it takes organizations to help veterans. I'm glad they're here. I'm glad they're helping veterans. Why isn't the Veterans Administration helping out veterans? Your senators know this. They've been knowing it. Your news knows about it, and they don't give a shit. No wonder people don't want to join the military. It's hogwash. You fill your obligation, your contract, and when it comes to you, when you need help, the government doesn't fill theirs. And the only reason why, because the government can get away with it. We work on their plantation. Their rules, their games, their lies. And it's a shame. It really is. And if they can do that to veterans, think what they're going to be doing to you in 2024 and 2025, especially after the November 6th. Now I can't say it, but yeah, just get ready because shit's going to hit the fan. Now, a lot of people don't believe it, and I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But if I'm right, you just screwed yourselves. For me, I'm going to try to get off this grid if I can. I can see what's coming down. They're going to cut off your food. They're stopping you're going to be stopping your money on C.B.D.C, central bank digital currency. They're going to control your money, telling you what to buy, when to buy it. They want pure control of your life, but who controls them? No one. And they know this is coming. They haven't said a word about it. If you want to find out about C.B.D.C, central bank digital currency, check it out on Google or YouTube. My best bite would be YouTube. We got videos on it. Plus, while you're at it, check under 15-minute cities, where everything in that 15-minute round area you'll have access to. Hospitals, theaters, pharmacies. But if I change that 15-minute city to concentration camps, would anybody want to live there? They're going to make it sound good at first. And when they round up everybody they need, they're going to do what they want to do, just like cable. All cable's the best thing. Don't have to worry about it. As soon as we got cable, bang, they started jacking up the prices, commercials, everything. They lied. Yet we're paying for it. Anything the government does is not benefiting you. It benefits them. And don't forget, government is a business-run entity. It needs our tax monies to live on. This is why a lot of you people right now are working 2 jobs and still can't get ahead. Mothers can't watch children because it takes 2 people to work. And sometimes one person works 2 jobs. And it's a shame. All right, let's go and see what else we got in here.
Let's take a quick live look at the worsening crisis at the southern border. The flood of migrants trying to enter the U.S. through Eagle Pass, Texas. As you look live here, Border Patrol agents would normally be home for Christmas right now are expected to be on duty to handle this flood of illegal crossers. Bill Malugian will head back there in a bit.
These senators, how you doing, Dan? Hold on here. I'll bear with you. These senators here right now, they know what's going on. I mean, we have crisis after crisis, from school crisis to wars to our money, to food coming on, going to be shortage. And these politicians go home for 2 weeks on vacation, knowing what's going to happen. Now they're like, oh my God, man, they're going to be shutting down the government. Who gives a shit if they shut down the government or not? You know, shut it down. I don't give a shit. They're not doing nothing for us anyway, but putting fear into us, at least a lot of people out there. Me, I don't give a damn. Tired of the bullshit. For 70 years, I've heard this, and it's always the same shit. We get screwed, that they don't. It's pretty bad that we have to sacrifice ourselves, and they never hurt. Why is that? What happened to this equal partnership? You know, everybody's got the same rights as other people. No, it doesn't work that way. The poor get poorer. The middle class are going to get poorer. The upper class is going to be the middle class. The rich are going to be just the rich, and the richest is going to control everybody, the oligarchs. It's stupid. It's a terrible way to run a business. But again, it is a business. Government it is. And all they care about is your taxes. They don't care anything about you when you retire, if you can retire, because you're not going to have anything to show for it, unless you're a thief like they are. And I'll say it, they are. They're thieves. You know, I went in the military for what? For nothing. For them to take over our lives like cattle, like sheep? Nah, it's not going to work that way. It really isn't. All right, let's move on.
More lawsuits are being filed in states across the country looking to kick former President Donald Trump off 2024 ballots. After this week's Colorado Supreme Court ruling, constitutional law expert Professor Jonathan Turley with this note of caution.
You have 4 justices of the Colorado Supreme Court that want to prevent millions of people from voting for what is currently the leading candidate for the presidency. But you also have people like the New York Times editor that recently said that anyone who questions this ruling is standing with Confederates. And it's that type of overheated rhetoric that we all have to be unified.
Government don't give a shit. They make the rules, they break them. They can do whatever they want to do. They don't talk to their constituents. Us American people. No, we the people. There's no such we the people. It's them, the rich, the greedy, the senators in House. That's who it is. Try to call a senator, try to talk to him. They never call back. Try to call the president, never calls back. We're peons. We're ants to them. We're nothing to them. They sound good on TV. Oh my God, we, the democracy, the freedom. And it's all a bunch of bullshit. It really is. There's no freedom. There never was any freedom. Freedom of range, if you have a passport to go anywhere or a license. But just actually freedom? Nah, we never had it. Animals have more freedoms than we do. And it's true, they do. We're the only creatures on this earth that have to pay just to live. Even die, you have to pay. These people are sick and demented. I'm telling you. And this is what you people want? Keep believing in your government. Just believe them every single day until that day happens when you have nothing at all. And it's coming.
And how crowded is it going to get? Plus, the sale of an American industrial icon is hitting a roadblock while the takeover of U.S. steel by a foreign company is now facing some potentially intense scrutiny. Coming up next.
Ability and sustainability of our steelmaking operations here in the U.S., owned by an American company, controlled by an American company.
The White House seems to agree with lawmakers and unions that are really unhappy about the sale of U.S. steel to a Japanese company. The Pittsburgh-based manufacturer is one of America's oldest companies. National Economic Advisor Lael Brainerd is releasing this statement on the $14.1 billion deal, writing, the purchase of this iconic American-owned company by a foreign entity, even one from a close ally, appears to deserve serious scrutiny in terms of its potential impact on national security and supply chain.
Bad timing. Gas prices.
We used to be strong as American. We had companies that made stuff here in America, and they were American made. Not anymore. So what happens if all these other countries that own these companies here are shut down? We're screwed. We couldn't make anything at all. We're at their beck and we're at their call. And the government knows this. In case you haven't realized, they want a one world order. And to do this, they have to tear down America, and they're doing it. Again, your senators and your House, your newscasts, your corporations know this. And the bottom line is the corporations, the shareholders want more money. And the CEO of the shareholders have to abide by them. Because if the shareholders don't like that CEO who's running the company, the CEO gets kicked out and he gets no money at all. People are greedy. Why would they buy here when they can go someplace else and get it cheaper? Common sense. We're cutting our own throats, people. And you're allowing it to happen. You're at fault, not government. Government is a business, and they're going to screw you any way they can. Now, right now, the stock market's up 37,000 shares. It's going to drop. It's coming. The way we're spending money right now, it's unreal. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. And I'll apologize to everybody. But what I've seen so far and what I've read is coming. And it's coming big time. And what the government's going to do, they're going to blame it on war. They're going to blame it on farmers, but they're not going to blame it on themselves. And they're going to blame it on left and right, right to left. It's all a big freaking game. All three branches of government break bread together and eat at the same dinner table. And they laugh at us constituents, thinking that we're that stupid. Now, a lot of you out there know what's going on, and I know you do. I've seen it on YouTube, read it on Google. Do something about it. Get off the grid. Try to save yourself. Buy yourself a piece of land, whatever you can do. Do your own garden, plant trees, get yourself some batteries, learn how to be self-efficient, to run power in your own homes, whatever it takes, because the government's going to shut everything off. Brownouts, your money's going to be controlled, medical's going to be like shit. You're going to be eating corporate food that's worse than what it is now with poisonous foods. And if you ever seen your cans, read the ingredients they have in the can. Look it on Google, find out what it is. You'll be surprised at what it does to you. Now I'm just as guilty as you are right now because I can't do nothing. Next year, hopefully, if everything works right, I'll be out of here. I'm praying anyway. Let's move on here.
Are going up just as tens of millions of people are hitting the roads for holiday travel. And not helping matters, the unfolding crisis in the Middle East. Kelly C.B.D.C of Fox Business is live in Chicago with the latest. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Brad. Good morning. We are on the roads here in Chicago.
Winter weather.
As Guru once told me, and this is true, if you work for the government on their plantation, you have to go by their rules. Like a McDonald's, you working as an employee. As long as you're on the time clock, you have to listen to your boss, government. And if you don't, you get fired. But if you want to get off the plantation, get fired, or just walk off, tell them to go screw themselves. Then you're free. You can do what you want to do. Just like the government. If you don't like what's going on, get off the grid of government. Screw them. Because they sure in the hell don't give a shit about you. And I'm serious. And you can see it. I know you can. There's no sense of just staying with them because it's nothing going to be but chaos for you and me if I don't get off the grid. I'm the same way you are right now. Do something about it. Tell your government where to stick it and leave. Don't protest. You protest, it ain't going to do no good. There's so much crime right now on the streets. They don't give a shit. That's what they want. Eventually, what they're going to do is have martial law and have everybody in the house. And it's coming. Or if that's the case, we might have a war and everybody's going to say, oh. And there's a lot of people going to try to get drafted. A lot of people are going to hide. And I hope they do. This fake nation that we have called America is not worth the aggravation of getting yourself killed for these fat suckers in Washington doing nothing. I mean, look at them, all this stuff that's going on, and they're on vacation for 2 weeks. Plus, when they go back to work, as they call it, House and Senate, they're still on vacation. They don't do nothing. You have drugs there, corruption up the ass, pork, where they get extra money to buy things out of the taxman's. They're not putting it in anybody else, just themselves. Statues of themselves, building of themselves. And I see poor people out here struggling. Look at the nice holidays they're going to have. Nothing. And it's a shame. And yet these news people out there just as happy-go-lucky, showing people how to make pie and cakes and just be happy, Santa Claus. And these kids, a lot of them don't even have gifts coming to them at all. Nothing. They're going to wonder, how come they didn't get presents? We live in a sick world. And this stuff that's coming up, the C.B.D.C, is not going to help you out. They're not going to equally spread this wealth. It's all a game. The wealth is going to go to them. BlackRock itself, the financial group, has over $10 trillion. And they're part of the roof. $10 trillion. That's amazing. But yet, are they doing it for any good? Nope, nothing. All they're going to be using that money is to control us. And that's all it is. It's control. Money. They want more wealth. They will take your homes away. Taxes are going to be so high, you won't be able to afford it. They're going to come right in and take your house away. If that, they'll shut off your natural gas if you got a gas furnace. Any way they possibly can do it, they're going to do it. They want you out. They want you on a 15-minute city, and they want to corral you like freaking sheep. Later on, slaughter you. Because the problem isn't the cattle, it's us people. We're taking in too much resources. We're destroying the world because of the plastic that the corporations force us to do in the first place. It's all a ball and chain game. That's all it is. All right, let's keep going on here.
Weather will be a challenge. It will certainly be a challenge in the next few weeks. But even during the busiest days of Thanksgiving, travel cancellations stayed below 1%. In fact, so far this year, I don't want to jinx us, but so far, 2023 has seen the lowest cancellation rate in the last 5 years.
Well, now that he said it out loud, we know that's not going to stick. That was Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg sounding pretty optimistic about holiday travel this year. He also, though, did warn that bad weather could really upend every.
People with blinders on just keep doing what they do. Fly all over the place. Gas prices are going to go up because of this. How unique, isn't it? Every time there's people going to be traveling, gas prices go up. No wonder they're making so much money in the stock market. They keep raising prices up. What do you think they're going to do? Fold? No. It will eventually, but right now, people are making money. Corporations are. And they keep jacking up the prices. The same item. In fact, they're making it smaller and still jacking up the prices. And people accept it. Oh, well, it's just part of life. We can live like this, until there's nothing. And they're going to say, what happened? And then they're going to blame the government when they should have blamed themselves. If they can't see what the government's going to do to them, shame on them. Every stinking one of you. I mean, that's just the way it's going to be. You live on this plantation, you have to abide by the rules. If you want to get out of this plantation, it's a different set of rules. It's your rules. You're dependent on yourself, not the nanny government. Meanwhile, our House and Senate and White House are having a nice 2 week vacation.
While lawmakers are home for the holidays, the clock is ticking on Capitol Hill. A series of deadlines on a host of critical issues will be waiting when the House and Senate return in January. Our man on Capitol Hill, Chad Pergram, is there today live. Good morning, Chad.
Brett, good morning. 2023 was a terrible year for Congress to pass much of anything, and 2024 might not be much better. Lawmakers are staring at 2 potential government shutdowns when they return next year.
And I urge Speaker Johnson to understand that as we approach the January 19th deadline. Without bipartisanship, we will not get anything done.
But neither the House nor the Senate approved any spending bills between Thanksgiving and now. That's why there's worry about a crunch when Congress comes back in January.
Know why he chose not to immediately go to the next set of bills, but it does certainly complicate things.
But funding the government may be easy compared to the other big issue in the queue. Lawmakers are working over the holidays to seal an accord on border security. That's part of a major bill to send aid to Ukraine and Israel. Brett?
just over and over again, like 30 rounds.
Well, the nation's capital in crisis with violent crime spiking right here in D.C. 2 people are dead, 2 others critically injured now after a shooting that happened in broad daylight. Welcome to a brand new hour of America's Newsroom. I'm Jillian Turner. Bill and Dana have some much needed time off, well-deserved time off, I should say. Good to be with you, Brett.
Good to be with you, Jillian. I'm Brett Baer. A vehicle seen fleeing the scene was found burned out several miles away. Police say the gunman is still on the run. It is really a trend DC law enforcement seeing across the board. Violent crime in the district has risen nearly 40% this year alone. The city shaken by carjackings and brazen smash and grab crime. Just 2 days ago, a mob stole $250,000 worth of goods from a Chanel store downtown D.C.
Well, this unrest has voters questioning whether the Biden administration could do more for public safety. Alexandria Hoff is right here in Washington. Hey, Alex.
Hi, Jillian. Yeah, violent crime is up 39% in the district. Even members of Congress have been victimized this year, and the city at large has been shocked by how brazen criminals have become here. Earlier this week, 5 suspects made off with $250,000 worth of merchandise from that Chanel store you were talking about. Video of the smash and grab shows a fire extinguisher being used against an officer during that crime. And in broad daylight yesterday, a quadruple drive-by shooting took place just 1 block from National Stadium. A man and a woman died as a result. There are 2 other victims in critical.
Crime is going to start spreading across America, all 50 states, not just in the cities. That's just a start. It's going to be all over the place where people won't be able to walk safe, or women. There's going to be robberies, rape, killings, break-ins, and the government won't give a shit. They have all kinds of rules now. I mean, they got thick books upon books of laws and everything else. They don't even implement it. Their main goal is to get rid of the Second Amendment, our weapons, because guns kill. No, people kill. Guns just sit there on a table. They don't do nothing. You look at a gun, say kill, it doesn't go anywhere. People kill. The only ones who are going to have guns, if they take the good people's guns away, will be criminals and government. The government is our criminals. They are our tyrants. And they're going to do anything they want to do to us then. They don't give a shit. It's amazing how they want to get rid of guns. It's not for protection, for other people who get hurt. It's their protection because they're scared of us, because they know what they're doing to us. Government's a tyrants, man. And to believe in government, you might as well just put a hammer to your head and say it don't hurt. Let's move on.
White House wants to rev up the president's campaign events next year with abortion and reproductive rights set to be a main focus. Peter Ducey is live on the North Lawn at the White House with the latest. Good morning, Peter.
Brett, good morning. The president's age is going to be a focus too, but the campaign thinks they can counter those concerns on the rope line.
That's sort of our secret sauce. President Biden is extremely good and is an excellent retail politician. And so we're excited to get both him and the vice president out to all of our states. It may be under the guise of an official event when he's going and doing the things. And it's really important that he remains president of the United States.
In a memo, the Biden campaign manager is saying in the first months of 2024, we will continue to scale up our campaign infrastructure so that by the early summer, when we expect voters to be thinking about the election more, our campaign is operating at full steam. On the issues, Biden and Harris plan to warn voters that they think a second Trump term could bring an abortion ban and could mean the end of democracy. But
Okay, now you've heard this one before, but I have to play this to show you what the other video is about here. Bear with me here when I get the thing straightened out here. Get things thing. I'll make this short and street because I want to go and lay down. That's what I'm going to do. Dude ain't here today. I called him, or I should say I wrote him, and he never wrote back, so I don't know what's going on. He's probably busy with something. You know the nude. He's always into something. Hold on here. Wait a minute. Something ain't right here. What did I do wrong this time? Hold on here, people. How'd that happen? All right. Let me get to the point. That's what I want right here. Bear with me here. I'm trying. Okay, let's try this one again. All right. This is it right here. Let me go to it. Oh, this is it. Okay. Listen well to this, people. This is very important. Now, I have put on my videos quite a few times about the proof of they want to eradicate 6 to 7 billion people. A lot of people didn't believe on it. I went to a person's stream about 3 days ago. They didn't believe in it. That's okay. That's up to them. And again, like I told them, it says, are you willing to bet your life on it? So I'm going to let you hear the other end of it. John Kerry talking here. Let's see what he says. Listen to what he says. As soon as I get it started. And how come it's not playing? I don't hear no volume here. Why don't I hear any volume? Oh, man, I can't believe my luck today. All right, let's try it again. Volume right. I'll be dang. It's not working. Huh. All right, let's do it this way then. I'm bound determined to get it. I'm getting. So they really want to eradicate 6 to 7 billion people. This is the whole idea. It's not the cattle they want to get rid of. It's us. We're the ones that are taking all the resources, like I said, and they don't care. They just don't care. This is the whole bottom line. And if I can just see it, all right. If I can get this thing working, if I don't, well, I'm just going to shut down and say, the heck with it. It should be working though. And I don't see why it's not. No, volume's not working at all. I don't know what happened, everybody. Well, I guess that's just about it. I don't know what happened, but I'm not going to fight it and argue. All thumbs, eh? Yeah, you're right, Dan. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. This thing just has a mind of its own. I really don't. Yeah, I had it all set, beautiful, it ran perfectly until I started this thing. But anyway, all right, I'm done. I'm going to rest. I'm going to get some sleep, get rid of this cold that I have. I'll tell you, this has been one miserable cold. Wow. I haven't had something like this in over 2 years. Maybe I should take the advice what the doctor said. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice in a big cup and a fifth of booze. Nice little hot toddy. But thank you for showing up, Dan. I'm not going to stay very much longer. And I don't know. Understand what the hell? This just aggravates the shit out of me. It does. I didn't touch anything. Everything was fine. All right. I'll see you in a while, Dan. Thank you for showing up. Everybody else, sorry, I tried my best on this thing. I don't know what changed on this, why I'm not getting volume again. But I will catch you next time. Rice for Vets are out. And thank you again, everybody. Have yourself a good night. Good holidays coming up. A safe one at that, please. And think about the fat man when you do.